Hey there! Today I'm going to uncover 7 common cognitive biases that can mess with how we respond to surveys, experiments, or any kind of data collection. Trust me, understanding these biases is essential, especially if you're involved in designing or interpreting research. Ready to dive in? Let's go. First up, the halo effect. This happens when one positive trait or characteristic of a person or thing colors your entire perception of them. Imagine meeting someone who's amazing at public speaking. You might also think they're a fantastic leader, even though leadership requires other skills. In surveys, this can lead to skewed responses, as people might rate an overall experience more highly based on just one positive factor. Next, cultural bias. This bias crops up when a question or survey reflects the norms, values, or assumptions of one culture and applies them universally. For example, in some cultures, family gatherings are central to social life, while in others, people might prefer individual interactions. If a survey assumes everyone has frequent family gatherings, it might fail to capture the true experiences of people from different cultures. Now, social desirability bias. This is when people answer questions in ways they think will make them look good, rather than being honest. Take a survey asking about charitable donations. Someone might claim they donate more often than they do because it's seen as socially admirable. Next up is confirmation bias. This happens when people look for, interpret, or remember information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. If someone believes their workplace is unfair, they might selectively remember instances that support this view and ignore anything that suggests otherwise. In surveys, confirmation bias can distort responses, leading people to answer in ways that confirm their current worldview. Habituation bias is next. This occurs when you become so used to a situation that you stop noticing it as significant. If you've had the same daily routine for years, you might rate your satisfaction with it very highly without realizing it's no longer fulfilling. This bias can make you overestimate how content you really are with a situation. Question order bias is another one. This arises when the order of questions affects how people respond. If you first ask about job satisfaction and then about work stress, the satisfaction question might make them rate their stress levels lower, just because they've been thinking about their satisfaction. The sequence of questions can shape their answers. Finally, acquiescence bias, also known as yay-saying. This is when people tend to agree with statements regardless of the content. If a survey asks, "I am happy with my work-life balance," and someone tends to agree with most statements, they might simply answer, "agree" or "strongly agree" without really considering the question. This can lead to inaccurate or overly positive responses, so there you have it. A quick rundown of 7 biases that can impact surveys and research data. Knowing these biases is key to making sure our surveys and experiments are as accurate and objective as possible. If you're conducting research or interpreting data, keep these biases in mind. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this helpful. See you next time.